Welcome to the Business Happy Hour radio show with your host, Frank the Bank Cotto, the owner of Lincoln Lending Group right here in Tampa Bay for 23 years. Joined by his incredible co-host, Ksenia and realtor with Mihara Associates, Tampa's top real estate company. Together, they have helped finance and close nearly $1 billion of real estate every year. If you're looking for local mortgage or real estate advice, the Business Happy Hour team has been right here on News Radio WFLA for over a decade. Listen right here or find us on the Business Happy Hour YouTube channel or follow us on Instagram at Frank the Bank Cotto. Now sit back, relax, and get ready for some serious mortgage, real estate, and business talk with two of Tampa's top experts. Here's Frank the Bank and Ksenia.
All right, Tampa Bay, welcome back to the Business Happy Hour. If you guys are just now waking up, getting ready to go boating out in beautiful Florida, I envy you because Ksenia and I are not in a studio right now. Right. We are asleep in our beds, most likely on Saturday and Sunday morning when you guys are picking this up. We want to wish you guys a wonderful morning. Did you know that your summer is almost over? So if you have little kids going back to school, or maybe you're a kid yourself, it sucks to be you because summer is almost over. I see some of our favorite Jesuit boys watching the show right now. A little shout out to Mr. Everson. I got to figure out who Dangerous Dan is. You see this guy watching us, right? Dangerous Dan. A shout out to you today for watching us on the Business Happy Hour. We're going to find out who's Dangerous Dan. So we've got a great show. Sen, welcome back as usual every week.
Oh, thank you.
How are you?
Good. Yeah. How are you?
Doing good. How's your week? How's your summer?
It's going great. You know what? I followed along with your summer wear.
Yes, you did. I love it.
Yeah, because like you said, it's nearing the end.
Yeah, I know.
Not the weather. Not the summer weather. I think we've got a while. But
dude, I think the summer weather just started. This whole afternoon rains is now getting crazy.
It's hot.
It is. Hey, by the way, we've got a Jenn in the studio today. We've got Jenn Mitchell from Mihara Associates. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I love having you. Bring your mic up just a little bit. Cindy will help you. I just want to make sure we get your booming voice in there. Make sure you sound great. But Jenn is with Mihara Associates. It's her first time on radio. Okay, so
first timer.
Yeah, have you been on TV before? Or just
Oh yes, TV and commercials for sure. But radio, this is a first.
You see, normally they go the other way around. They start them on radio and then move them into TV. But Jenn, we're gonna have a great show for you today. Jenn's also an agent with Mihara Associates, so we're gonna be talking summer real estate. We're gonna talk some stats. We're gonna find out where Jenn is from a little later in the show. How'd she get into real estate? Where she work? Who's her customer? Guys, we're still giving away some boxes. I've given away about half of them. Unbelievable. We work in real estate, Jenn. And I just moved recently, so I'm not even kidding, probably $1,000 of boxes and packing supplies. And I'm trying to give them away. And people are not taking them. I'm like, if somebody had offered me $1,000, I had no idea how much money you spend on boxes when you move. It's a lot. Yep. Right. You put all your stuff in this cardboard and then you just throw it away. It's like, for the love of God, take the boxes. So how do you get the boxes? You text me. Text me at 813-765-1239. You can find it on my website too, 765-1239. Just text me. I still do have some wardrobe boxes, some other boxes. Maybe some of them got a little wet last night and I just threw them away. But anyway, we do have some boxes for you. We'll talk some affordability. Jenn has a listing I think I'm going to coax her into talking about today.
Yes,
do we?
Yes.
Maybe a fun story behind that?
Oh, I'm sure. Yes. Depending on which one we talk about.
Yes. Yes. Well, we love stories.
Okay.
But we'll talk about that. And then when we do talk about the listing like we did last week, I had a couple of you guys call. We're going to go over numbers. Like Ksenia threw out her super secret one last week. And is that on the market yet, by the way? That one we
it's
talked
not,
about?
but I do have another one that should actually beat that one. So we're doing pictures hopefully this week of, we get everything finished up.
Okay, so we're going to do that. So stay tuned because a little later in the show, we are going to talk about some specific numbers on homes because I think a lot of you always wonder, we talk about, hey, this house is $500,000, this is $600,000, this is $400,000. But what does it really cost you? Mm-hmm. What is the cheapest you can get into this house for? What happens if you put down more money? These questions that you don't want to answer them when you're under contract. You want to answer them now. Mm-hmm. So we're going to talk about that. But before we do, let's find out what everybody did this last weekend here. I'm gonna send. Can I skip you and go to Jen?
Absolutely.
Let's see what I'm put you on the spot, but we always want to talk about what did we do? What was up this last week? Did you have any fun?
Yes, we had a great weekend. We didn't get out on the boat.
Yeah.
I actually had to do a little bit of work, but besides that, we just kind of hung out in the pool and, like you said, relax and enjoy
Florida.
The last few weeks of summer, because once summer gets over and kids go back to school, it's good because we get into routine.
Right.
But then comes, the sports and the extracurriculars, and you're nonstop eating dinner in your car, right?
So you are a mom with kids in sports.
I am a mom with kids and, yes, travel sports too.
How many kids do you have?
I've got 3 daughters.
Oh,
yes,
Lord.
I know, 3 girls, and you know what? They're very expensive. They're very
I got
expensive.
one. Yeah.
My 14-year-old, I'll save money when she goes back to school because she's my little broke best friend and loves Starbucks and Target, and we're going there way too much.
I know how that is. Yeah.
I have never heard. She just said she's my little broke
best friend.
Oh my God.
Mine actually has money, but she still insists that I pay for everything.
Yeah. My oldest has money. My 14-year-old, not so much.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. So I wish my daughter was listening right now. Hopefully my wife is. Honey, Lily now has a new name. She is your broke best friend. So when I get home, that's literally what it is.
It is.
Yeah.
They go shopping and they're picking stuff. And I'm just watching her put everything into her cart and ordering. And I'm like,
now how old is she? Your broke best friend?
14.
Oh, so is mine.
14. And I've got one in the making who's 10. So she's learning from her 14-year-old sister.
Oh,
yes.
man.
And they're all into the health stuff, especially if they're into sports.
They are. And
so it's not just the, cheap stuff. She wants,
fresh
here, Mom,
kitchen
can I have
every
10?
day,
But even at the grocery store, her choices, I'm like, honey,
they're
there goes my
healthy,
budget.
But they're expensive.
Yeah.
Are all of them doing the same thing now? Like my daughter's buying fresh sirloin, and she's like, Dad, you have to saute this up, and then broccoli, and then she gets a special little mac and cheese, and she does that, and then last night I'm looking at, so I ate my dinner. My dinner was some chicken wings, right? And maybe I was lucky I had some ranch. And I looked over and my daughter has this plate that looks like it came out of On Swan or Okinola. It has all divided up with the veggie and the pasta and the steak.
Yes, it's all about the appearance.
It really was. You ever heard this thing people say, and I'm not one of those guys, but Instagram eats first. Have you heard that before?
Yes.
You go to a restaurant, they take pictures.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. Instagram gets that's the way I felt last night.
She does too. Yeah.
My
She likes to, if it's not on TikTok or Instagram, then it doesn't exist.
Now, are they, are your daughters organized? Do they organize the pantry type thing? And
well, her room, she doesn't organize anything outside of her room, but her room is spotless. Now, I've got one that keeps it very, very clean, and the other one is the complete opposite, where everything is a mess, and it drives me crazy when I walk inside.
And 3 daughters. That's
3 girls.
Yeah. Normally it's the boy who's the nasty, messy one.
I know. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're fun.
So I think we're all excited. It's kind of weird. Here's my question. Can I wear these shirts after the kids go back to school? How long do I have?
Labor Day.
See, I knew one of you two would have an answer
I was going
to
to
that.
say, I'm like, if you live in Florida, I feel
I know.
year round is fine.
Break it out at Christmas. You'll be good.
There you go. Okay. Labor Day. When the heck is Labor Day? Is that September?
First weekend, I think.
First weekend. Okay. So I've got a month. I can wear these shirts and still feel good about myself. And then, these kids go. But Jen, you said something about routine. It is so true. When you're in the summer, we're just out of routine. And it almost feels like, the work becomes a chore. Because we're all self-employed. We have to be motivated and wake up.
Absolutely.
But you got these other guys who are waking up and they're unemployed.
Yeah.
And we got to make money to feed our broke best friend.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. So it's good to get back on a routine.
It is.
I feel like summer's just long enough.
Yeah.
Ish.
Ish. Long enough that we're all sitting here all right, we got a couple weeks left. What are we going to do? So are you guys going to squeeze in the last minute vacation? Anybody?
So we are not squeezing in a last minute vacation, but we will do the beach, and probably we've got Busch Gardens, Adventure Island passes.
You said you're a boater? You guys do boats?
We do. Yep.
Yeah.
We
you live on water?
Nope. Live in Carrollwood.
Okay.
Close to Mihara.
Yes.
So, but we normally drop in at Anclote and go to Three Rucker or,
hang out on one of the islands for the day.
Yeah, sometimes go down to St. Pete, Duchelle Island. We love bouncing all over.
Isn't that fun?
It's amazing.
Yeah, the kids I'm sure love it.
Yeah.
Man.
Right now it's hard with the summer storms because, they can, pop up in an instant.
Out of nowhere.
And they're super scary. Lots of thunder, lightning. You got to avoid that.
Yeah. By the way, have you ever download free tip here, download WeatherBug. WeatherBug app has a lightning tracker.
Okay.
And that's pretty much like, you look at the storm, you don't know, but I look at this little lightning tracker and it tells you all the way from like 30 miles out, 3 miles out, 2 miles out. Yeah, it tells you where the last strike was in 30 minutes. So if you guys are on water, I highly recommend WeatherBug lightning tracker. It's a great little side note. I think when we get back from the break, we got a little bit of time here. We're having fun. We're going to talk. We're going to find out where Jenn is from. But before that, stats. Ksenia, I know last week, we did month over month June, right?
Year over year June.
Year over year. I'm sorry. Year over year June.
That's okay. Yep.
So we're in an in-between week right now.
So we're still, yes, I have June numbers, but I actually checked out some national numbers as well.
Okay.
Not like a full-on breakdown, but I think just some things that support, what I've been saying about our local market as well.
Right. And I had a little meeting with Ray and some of the other agents at the biscuit place. He
you
loves
did?
the Maple Street.
You went there?
I did.
Because I just was by there and I saw that they changed the logo and I heard the commercials that now they're introducing, burgers.
Yeah.
Is that true?
So they did, and I got it.
Really?
The Maple Street place. So we went for lunch, and I thought I was going to end up having eaten a biscuit, right? No, they have smash burgers now. So they
with
have
like a regular bun, or is it like on a waffle or biscuit?
It was no, actually they do make that. Yeah, that's funny. They do make them like that too. But no, I got it on a regular bun. It was pretty good. And somebody else got. I'll give it a pro tip here. Somebody else got the chicken tender sandwich, and I didn't get it because I'm thinking I don't want a chicken tender on a bun, but it was an actual like nice fried chicken sandwich. Okay. So and one of the other agents there got it. Yeah. So hey, there you go. Free plug to Maple Street Biscuit Co. By the way, it's probably a good idea because I don't want a biscuit all day long. I kind of want one in the morning. Anyway, so we had a fun lunch there. I don't even know where I was going with that, but
we started on stats. I just wasn't sure how we're doing timing wise.
Biscuits.
No,
well, because you said you were talking to Ray and
yes, because Ray has Ray's got sometimes a different viewpoint. So I told him when we talk about stats, you and I kind of look at it one way. Ray looks at it from a different, which is a good angle though. So we had a great discussion. So I tell you what, when we get back from the show, we'll do stats and we'll all chime in and then we'll find out where Jenn is from. But I do want to tease this. If you'd like to know more about Jenn before we get back, you can find her on Instagram at Jenn Selling Tampa Bay, and that's with 2 N's, JENN Selling Tampa Bay. Go find her on Instagram, follow her. You're going to want to know her, I promise, by the end of the show. And we're going to be talking about a couple pocket listings, so stay tuned to the Business Happy Hour. Don't forget to like and share. We'll see you guys in about 2 minutes.
All the best mortgage or real estate advice from Tampa Bay's top experts. It's the Business Happy Hour with Frank the Bank Cotto and Ksenia and
All right, guys, welcome back to the Business Happy Hour. Shout out to some of those boys who are about to go to school in a couple weeks. We see you watching the Business Happy Hour. Thanks for tuning in. I saw Mr. Salvador on there. Make sure you like and share. Get all your friends to follow us here. All right, ladies. So we promised stats for the for the Tampa Bay area, but Ksenia, if you guys have never listened before, she always does real estate stats. Usually every other month we get the year over year month numbers. Last week you did June to June, 25 to 26. And some of your stats blew me away because I tell you what, if I go click on all these little things on Instagram, it makes me think that like Chicken Little, the sky is falling. Okay. Like prices are going down. The market's terrible. I'm going to get a foreclosure deal. But then here comes Ksenia. and she tells us the facts of what's happening in the market. So, Jen, get ready for this, and please chime in. Okay, what do you got, Sen?
Yeah, so no, on that note, and we've got the June stats. I do want to say, because I hear the different numbers too, and even from agents in the area. The numbers that I pull are strictly for single family homes.
Okay.
I feel that if you couple that with condos, townhomes, it's going to skew the numbers a bit.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So the numbers that we typically do, unless I specifically pull out condos, this is just for single family homes.
Got it.
So overall, in Hillsborough County, our median sales price was up by 1.2%, putting us at $445,000 and change. The average sale price is over $610,000. That's up by 6.6%. In Pinellas County, median sale price $480,000. That's up by 5.5% year over year, and the average sale price $653,234, up by 9.3% year over year.
Dang. I mean,
so yes, prices at least, year over year in June. But in general, we've been doing this for over a couple of years now.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't seen a time that there was, a drastic decline, not huge increases either, but just overall, this just kind of speaks to the market. Things have just kind of been steady.
Yeah.
The number that I think has been surprising me that I've been talking about is our inventory.
Yes. And that came up at our biscuit meeting last week.
Yeah. So the inventory is actually in Hillsborough County, we're down by almost 12% to 3.7 months supply. And in Pinellas, it was down year over year by almost 29%.
Wow.
Whoa.
Putting it at 3.5 months supply.
So, okay, let me ask you this question, though. When you do the inventory stat, is that only single family as well?
Yes.
Wow. See, Jen, I would have guessed that the Pinellas inventory was down so much because of like condos being taken off the market. But do y'all think maybe the Pinellas inventory is down because a lot of those storm damaged homes were listed and now they're sold? Could that be it?
I definitely think that, Pinellas, for sure would have probably the biggest impact on our numbers from, even still now there's homes that are, recovering and we're waiting to be rebuilt.
Right. There still are. Right.
Yeah.
So, Jen, how do you
of
think that these stats speak to the actual market when you're on the street?
Well, I think the stats, right? When you're out there buying and you're looking at properties, in a certain price range, there's a limited amount. So, I think the stats are, pretty correct. I mean, there is a limited amount still, but I definitely think that there's, depending on if they're going under contract, I feel like it's, going to be on pricing,
right.
So I feel, mostly with my listings as well, and probably a lot of them, you get some of them that are going to go under contract quickly, and some are going to sit on the market longer. And I think the ones that are going under within a couple of days are strictly because of, pricing.
Pricing,
because
I think that's key.
No matter where the house is located, if it's priced correctly, it's going to sell. No matter what type of shape it in, if it's priced correctly, it's going to sell. So I think that kind of also goes into effect, but I do like the numbers seeing, because so many people do say the sky is falling and all of this is happening, but we are seeing small increases, right, in value. Not like we did, through COVID, but those times are
Which
so
I think
long
that's
gone.
healthy. That's healthy. The price increases we had during COVID,
artificial, made up. They should never, been there.
Yeah, it was artificial. But what I think a lot of people find it, I don't know, good, bad, amazing, whatever, is that we all, even I kind of thought it a little bit, that COVID, it went up so much. That we're going to see this like correction. Remember, everybody's using that word.
Yeah.
Oh, when is it correcting? When is it correct?
Not happening.
It didn't.
And I will say that with the war and everything that's happened, January, February, we were on our way to a solid real estate market this year. I feel like this is a little secret window for buyers who didn't take advantage, right?
Yes, you're saying exactly what we said last week.
Oh, really?
Yes,
okay.
Nailing it.
I mean, I feel like it's a little secret opportunity, a little window of opportunity, because I don't think it'll be here. I think if the rate stayed, super low in the, low five or high fives, pricing value would have gone up. Things would have started moving quickly. There's still opportunity.
Yes.
For sure. And I personally think the opportunity is the negotiating power the buyers have right now.
Absolutely.
And if you're looking at the inventory, say that increases, maybe rates drop, and then, more buyers get out there, you're going to have more competition.
Yeah. So
sellers
why is the seller
aren't going to
gonna work with
be
you?
as eager, right? Okay, well, let me work on the price or give you some concessions.
Yeah,
So
rate buy
I do
down.
think,
There's a lot of buyers still on the sidelines,
Mm-hmm.
I think the ones that can afford, the strong buyers are out there and they're buying. And every offer, you probably see it more than me, of course.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting seller concessions or rate
Everybody.
buy downs,
Yes.
and we're, going in low on all of the offers.
Yeah. And I
Take
do
advantage
think
of
it's
it.
affordability. Obviously, that's been the big topic.
Yeah.
And yes, that is a real thing. People have to be able to afford
Yes.
the home. You have to be, in shape to buy it.
Right.
But right now, basically, you can refi down the road.
Absolutely.
You can.
You can't go back to the prices that we had, last
Yes.
month. Or say if you're you can't get back those prices. That's something that once you buy, which right now, this is a good time because
You can
with our
refinance in a
inventory
couple of
where
years.
it's at, if we don't have a significant increase there to give you more choices, then, prices are inevitably going to go up.
Yeah, because buyers are out there.
They
They're
are.
shopping.
And you made a comment very quickly a second ago. What I would 100% agree on is any buyer or any seller in the market right now is very serious. They're not
Absolutely.
playing around. You don't have tire kickers. So your comment about secret window, it's first of all, stats don't lie.
Yeah.
You can watch the news, you can watch Instagram all day long, but if you listen to this show every single week, Sen does it week after week after week, and we do comparisons, it's not a guess.
Yeah.
This is real.
Yeah.
So when you have somebody like you who comes on and you sell millions of dollars of real estate and you're like, hey guys, you got a secret window right now.
Yeah.
I think they should
Get
listen.
out there and
Get
take
out there.
advantage of it.
Yeah, speaking of, I didn't realize we're about to blow through the segment here. So we're going to end the segment on a secret window, and you have a secret window right now. You've got about 2.5 minutes. You can look up at Jenn Selling Tampa Bay on Instagram and follow her, or you can always find Ksenia, of course, on all of our websites as well. Follow both of them. We're going to have a secret listing coming for you guys when we get back from the break. Stay tuned to the Business Happy Hour.
Welcome to the Business Happy Hour radio show with your host, Frank the Bank Cotto, the owner of Lincoln Lending Group right here in Tampa Bay for 23 years. Joined by his incredible co-host, Ksenia and realtor with Mihara Associates, Tampa's top real estate company. Together, they have helped finance and close nearly $1 billion of real estate every year. If you're looking for local mortgage or real estate advice, the Business Happy Hour team has been right here on News Radio WFLA for over a decade. Listen right here or find us on the Business Happy Hour YouTube channel or follow us on Instagram at Frank the Bank Cotto. Now sit back, relax, and get ready for some serious mortgage, real estate, and business talk with two of Tampa's top experts. Here's Frank the Bank and Ksenia.
All right, Tampa Bay, this show is going fast. Hopefully you guys are liking and sharing and following us on Instagram. And don't forget, we are on every Saturday and Sunday morning right here on 970 WFLA. But we want you guys to follow us online and tell us what you think about the show. Before the break, Sen, you were doing some stats. We've got Jenn Mitchell here from Mihara Associates, two amazing Mihara agents. You can follow Jenn at Jenn Jenn Selling Tampa Bay on Instagram. And Sen, how do they reach you?
Well, call me 813-755-REAL, but I am also on Instagram, and it's just Realtor KSEN.
That's it, Realtor KSEN on Instagram. So check us out, guys. Sen, let's go back to stats here because you're going to do some national.
Just to finish up, because I know this always goes by so fast. Yeah. So yes, I pulled a little blurb from our NAR economist Lawrence Yun.
Okay.
And the national existing home sales year over year increased by 2.8%. But the shocker stat for you is that median home prices have reached an all-time high.
Come on.
Yep.
Like, they really have. Across the entire nation?
Yep. So the increase year over year was 1.8%, putting it at 440,600, but it is an all-time high now for our median price.
The median price in America is $440,000.
And then to finish it up, so he says, even so, affordability is better than a year ago because wage growth has outpaced home price growth. However, progress on long-term housing affordability could be hampered if inventory growth continues to stall. Mm-hmm. Without consistent gains in inventory, home prices can accelerate.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Wow. A national
goes
economist?
Back to your little, this is maybe the pocket, for buyers.
Secret little window of opportunity.
If you're ready and able, I would start looking and
take advantage.
Yeah, don't miss out.
Wow. This is blowing my mind. I thought she was going to give me bad news.
And we said that last year too, but I do think that it's just because
for
of the
buyers, I think it does scare buyers. They've already been sitting on the sidelines. Right. But the point is, I think buying a home, that's a long-term investment. Right. If you're just looking, hey, for 2-3 years, maybe you don't want to, don't know where you want to live, things like that. Mm-hmm. Okay, go rent. But if you are in a position where you've been waiting around for that window of opportunity, who knows what's going to happen with interest rates?
Have you guys ever heard when somebody says, when is the right time? The right time is...
You'll never have a right time.
There never is.
Well, when it's right for that particular individual. Everybody's situation is different.
If you can afford it and make it.
Yeah.
Right. And if you can afford, we talked about this in the biscuit meeting, what does it actually cost to get into a house, right? And you just mentioned, hey, if you're doing this, maybe you should just rent. Well, when you rent, it's still first, last, and security deposit, right? And the two of you probably know better than me. Like, what are rentals out there for? If I wanted a 3 or 4 bedroom rental, what am I going to pay?
$3,500 for $4,000. Depending on the location, of course,
right.
But even the low minimums are 25.
Okay.
And that's a lot of money. And you're not building any equity during those 3 months,
Right.
So even if you can't afford the big house that you love,
right.
Sink in a little money, grow some equity, and then you can sell in a couple of years.
So
you can use that as your stepping stone.
Exactly. You're telling me if I rent a house, I'm paying a mortgage, just not mine?
Yeah. Theirs.
You're paying their mortgage. Matter of fact, and I'm going to jump to this, and we're going to go back and learn a little bit about Jenn after we finalize our stats. But I have on the screen a mortgage calculator right now, and I typed in. I know the national average is 440, so I guess I should just change it to 440 on here. And let's just pretend you're doing 440, and you're just doing 10. I'm going to do 5% down. How about that? Because that's more close to somebody's first, last, and security deposit. That's $22,000, 5% down. Your out the door mortgage payment, very interesting, the number you threw out, is $34.72, including tax, insurance, PMI, principal, interest, everything. So you're paying the same as you would for their equivalent rental.
Yep. But building equity, so you can take that with you.
And I like what you said, okay, if you put, talk to Frank and all right, this is all I can afford. Maybe it's the expectations you have to hamper down rather than necessarily putting off the decision.
Right.
To me, that was always a dream. And I don't regret buying my first home when I did. It was...
Same.
It's just, I don't know. It's not just the pride of ownership. It's the stability that you feel in the home.
Yep.
You could do what you want to it. And of course, just financially, you feel like you're not just throwing money in the wind every month by paying rent.
Yeah, which you truly are.
Yeah.
So that was great. You came in with a great surprise today, Sen. Thank you so much. So national, we are up. Local, we are up. Year over year, we are up. So maybe it's time that you wake up
and we're going to keep going up.
And we're going to keep going up. If we haven't clicked back or checked back by now, why would we? Especially with inventory falling. It doesn't make sense. You got a national economist that just backs up what you and I somewhat preach every week.
Yeah, and I think by now is the key term, because I think we were all waiting for that big correction. You know, it hasn't happened yet. So, you know, and
if we can get through the war, you know,
exactly,
and
Right.
end up on the other side and things kind of balance out, I think it's, you know, going to really set the tone for
Yeah,
what's
you nailed it
next.
too. What things were what was happening. Sen and I have talked about it a lot right before this conflict began. Oh my gosh.
January, February were great. And I think we all woke up on January 1 and we're like, this is going to be a killer year.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because last, you know, fall was kind of quiet.
Yep.
You know, things kind of just shut off. And that was okay, but it just turned on.
It's
The
turned, and
spigot
it's
turned
and
on.
that just tells us that there's a guy out there with his hand on the spigot right now. And as soon as he turns that knob, like there go your prices.
Yeah.
So Jen, tell us a little bit about you.
Okay.
Where did you come from? How'd you get into real estate?
Yeah.
Tell us about you.
Okay, so I came to Mihara from Remax Collective in Carrollwood.
Okay.
Loved
Carrollwood
it over
girl?
there. Yes, Carrollwood girl. I actually grew up in South Tampa. Went to Plant High School.
Nice.
So I was born and raised in South Tampa.
You were born and raised south of Kennedy.
South of Kennedy,
Right?
yes.
I was a Carrollwood boy, went to Jesuit, so I was north of Kennedy.
Yep,
right?
yep. Born and raised, south of Kennedy, and there is life after Kennedy to all my South Tampians, you know. I did it, I made it, and I haven't looked back too much, you know.
Yes.
So I don't get a lot of visitors from my South Tampa people.
Wait, you don't,
I always
you don't
have
like
to go
the
there.
streets flooding and the burglar bars?
Yeah, no, I flooded out several cars as a, you know, in my 20s and as a teenager and all the
South
things.
Tampa.
But there was a lot happening down there. But anyways, yep. So live in Carrollwood now as of 2017. And I came from Remax. I was there for 4 years. Loved it. I have a lot of real estate besties over there.
Yes. Are you from Tampa?
Yeah, born and raised.
Oh my God, give me 5
Yeah.
right there.
Real Tampanian
A
over here.
Tampanian, a tampon, whatever you want to call us. But
call
we are,
whatever you want.
We are here.
Born and raised.
Yes, I
Yep.
love it.
And and then I came over to Mihara. I almost went to Mihara before. I went over to Remax about 4 or 5 years ago, and ended up coming over. And I just needed something new, something fresh. And I thought of Ray. Had a great conversation with him. He's amazing. And he really kind of just put all the missing puzzle pieces that I was looking for kind of into place on a sheet.
I was going to ask, I'm like,
yes.
was that the ultimate?
Yes, the ultimate
decision was based on
It
Ray.
was super easy, but it made it very, very, very easy and, not complex. So I'm super psyched to be here.
Yes.
Yeah, going on about 4 months and killing it. This
You
year has
are.
been a fantastic year. So
Now, who's your client and where? I know you're in Carrollwood.
Yeah.
Do you branch out or what do you do?
I serve all of Tampa Bay.
Okay.
I get a lot of past referrals.
Okay.
From my sphere, from past clients. A lot of my clients that have purchased a couple years ago are now, selling
Yeah.
and moving up, and then also relocation.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes. All those past clients are getting rid of those houses that
Yeah, they're moving up.
So it go. I heard what the two of you were
Yeah.
discussing. You're like, and one of you made the comment about like, what is it? Like, just start, right? Like,
Yeah.
don't like, what is it? The word? Like, just like think you got to be in a bigger house. You do this, just buy
Stepping
it.
stone.
Stepping
Yep,
stone.
It's a good stepping stone. You
Yeah.
know, you can start somewhere and kind of build up. Yeah.
And bring that equity from one home to the other, and I mean that's what I've done, and maybe at this point I'm stopped, doing that. But the point is just start somewhere.
Yeah.
So Carrollwood, so kids are probably in school in the Carrollwood area. all
Yes.
that,
Yes. My daughter's going to Gaither.
Yeah, that's where my wife went.
Yeah.
I went to Gaither too.
You're to Gaither too.
Yeah, go
Oh, my
Cowboys.
God.
Yeah.
Cowboys.
Yeah,
yes.
go Cowboys. So I'll be on the booster club and doing all
Yes.
that stuff with, the kids. And my daughter, my youngest one, goes to Claywell Elementary.
Oh my God, that's where I went. My mom was a
Stop
teacher at
it.
Claywell. Yes.
Oh my
yes.
gosh,
That's so funny.
It's a great school.
It's an awesome
they're,
school.
They're all A-rated schools.
Yeah.
I've had a great experience up here in Carrollwood.
So if you're a buyer looking for a place with good A-rated schools and a nice
Absolutely.
neighborhood,
And, a nice
I
family
do
friendly,
feel like
affordable.
Carrollwood area for elementary schools, middle schools, like we've got
We've got it
some
locked
pretty
down.
good
Northdale,
options.
Country
Yeah.
Place, all in there. It's great,
Yeah,
affordable, good family areas.
yeah, your kids aren't going to get washed away in the storm surge,
No.
like
No.
they would in off South of
Yes,
Kennedy.
exactly. Oh my
I love it.
gosh.
So we can talk some listings and do some numbers, but let's refresh them. How's the best way to get in touch with you? Is it Instagram?
Yeah, Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. I'm growing.
Yeah. So it's Jenn Selling Tampa Bay.
Yes.
Find her on Instagram to get these great deals. Now, Jenn, you did mention there is a listing maybe we can chat about. We have a minute. Should we talk about it now or should we wait for after the break?
Let's wait till after the break.
Okay, let's wait. Yeah. And I know you might have a fun story.
Yeah, because it may go on longer than a minute.
Okay, yes. All right, let's do that. So stay tuned. When we get back, we're going to discuss this listing from Ksenia and Jenn. And we're going to run some quick numbers. So I'll find out in the break what the purchase price is, and I'll have those numbers ready for you. And we'll do a quick estimation on what will it actually cost you out of pocket to get into the home, and what it will cost you monthly to get into these homes. So stay tuned. Sen, what's that phone number to give you a call?
813-755-REAL.
And of course, we've got at Jenn Selling Tampa Bay on Instagram. Also, when we get back, if you're looking for down payment assistance, we have the Hometown Heroes. It's back. $35,000. And I'm gonna clue you into something real quick. You have to be a first-time home buyer on the Hometown Heroes, so you can't have owned something in 3 years. But we have a program for you. Listen up. If you're not a first-time home buyer, we can give you 101.5% financing on an FHA loan.
Wow.
So that's almost enough. You already figured it out to have the seller cover the closing costs. These lovely ladies get you 1% more from the seller, and you're in that house for practically nothing. Stay tuned to the Business Happy Hour to find out how you can do that with Jenn and Sen. We'll be back in just a minute.
Let's get back to the Business Happy Hour radio show with your host, Frank the Bank Cotto, owner of Lincoln Lending Group, and his co-host, Ksenia and realtor with Mihara Associates.
All right, Tampa Bay, welcome back to the last segment of the Business Happy Hour. Yes, I know it's flown by, and we promised to give you some super secret listings. We're going to run some numbers for you. Before we do that, we're just going to preface this with, you don't have to have $50,000 in the bank to buy a house, okay? We're going to give you what you actually need, and I will surprise you by saying, with the help of these ladies and working on the seller concessions and with the programs we have, you can actually get into one of these homes less than a rental. So you could pretend like this is a rental. We're get you in here. We're going to get you in this for less, and you don't have to be a first-time home buyer. So with that said, Jenn, you first. What do you have? What do we got listing-wise? Talk about it.
Yeah, so I've got a listing that just came to market last week. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, new roof, new air conditioning, all the new things. Really, really cute in Citrus Park. Price is $450. It's got a pool. Everything has been redone. Kitchen, bathroom, flooring. It's really, really pretty. Seller is willing to contribute to, seller concessions or rate buy down. And so I got to get with Frank and see if we can't do some work there on the listing side. So that's the one that I have that just came to market. And then I've got a couple of more coming in, one in Northdale, and then also one in Seminole Heights.
Okay. So let's start with the 450 one, because I started typing while you were talking over here. So let's pretend, let's say that we get all of your closing costs covered. We get your down payment covered. So the way that works, we're going to talk really quick, is you're going to finance $460. All right. So even though the seller's saying $450, we're going to make sure he covers everything for you and the closing costs. We're going to make your loan amount $460, 100% financing. We're going to do guys, I'm going to be very conservative. We're going to do a little higher rate. We're going to do $675, even though you likely could qualify for 6.25, maybe 5.75. I want to do this to make it very safe. 30-year fixed, principal and interest, Taxes. I threw in $460 for taxes. Is that too much, you think? Maybe it's around $5,000 of taxes?
$460 for taxes? No.
What do you think? Is that
good.
close?
Yeah.
All right. Taxes, insurance, PMI, everything, $4,000. You're out the door, $4,000 with nothing out of pocket.
Everything brand new.
Everything brand new. That's crazy. Now, what if that guy's listening right now and saying, well, I've got money to put down. Let's have the guy put down 20%. Let's see what kind of money that saves you. That is going to cost you $92,000 out of pocket, but we can still get the seller cover and closing costs. That drops your overall monthly payment to $3,000 a month.
Wow. Big savings.
That's pretty big.
That's
For a
huge.
pool home.
For a pool home.
With everything. And I might add that the garage it's not enclosed, so it still opens and shuts, but there is an air conditioner unit out there. There's full water, so it could be, ADU, a little place for the teenagers, stick them, or however
That's
you
very
want to use
valuable
it.
these days.
Yeah, it is. They're hot.
And what area of town's that one in?
Citrus Park, North
Oh,
Citrus Park. Yeah.
That's our area. Okay. We're little North Tampa boys and girls over here. Yes. Okay. So Citrus Park, that's a great number, a great price. Now, how much is it going to cost you to get into that home for down payment and closing costs? Well, nothing for down payment. Closing costs, we know we're going to have the seller cover. I mean, really, you could be out for your escrow deposit.
Yeah.
1%. Is that still normal?
Yeah.
$4,600.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
$4,500. And if we get over all the costs covered for you, you'll get that money back at closing.
It's like a no-brainer.
Yeah. So you'll basically pay your home inspection and your appraisal.
Yep.
About $1,200.
Yep.
Out of pocket.
If that.
That's it. So if you guys are ready, here's what you do. You go find Jenn at Jenn Selling Tampa Bay on Instagram. You find Frank the Bank. Go to LincolnLendingGroup.com or find my Instagram and text me directly to get the pre-approval. And when that's not the house, you talk to Sen because you've got one to talk about too.
I do. You don't even have to rerun the numbers.
Oh.
Because we are priced right there at the 450 mark as well.
Okay.
Not active yet. We're doing pictures, so it should be by next week.
Okay.
But no pool. However, it's on the golf course in Northdale.
Okay.
It's a 3-2 with a 2-car garage,
Right.
and the seller did brand new exterior paint, interior paint, put in some really pretty quartz countertops. It's a good floor plan. It's got a fireplace, some vaulted ceilings.
You're on the
Beautiful.
golf course, so you could have a
on
golf
the golf
cart
course.
and run around.
Yep.
I mean, that's pretty awesome.
No, and the price. I mean, these are what's the price?
Very
You
stable
said for
prices.
$4,600 they could get in, and we could possibly even get that covered for you.
No, 4,000. 4,000
Okay.
out the door.
$600 off.
Yeah,
But
that's-
still, I mean, you
4,000.
can't do that even for a rental.
Oh, I'm sorry. 4,000 is your payment. Out of pocket is your escrow
Okay.
deposit. You were right. I said that wrong. So
Okay.
$4,600 is what we were talking about. But I think they could literally be out of pocket like $1,200 when it's all said and done, because you're going to get the seller to cover closing costs.
Right.
We're going to get the down payment covered for them.
Yeah. Appraisal and inspection and
That's it.
boom, you
Appraisal
march.
and inspection.
That's a good price. And you live on the golf course.
Well, ironically, the national average that I learned from Sen today was
Right.
$440.
Yeah.
I know.
So this is, and I wouldn't call these starter homes. You can be on the golf
Yeah,
course, or you
no.
can have was it 4-bedroom, 3-bedroom on yours?
3-2.
3-2,
Yep.
pool home.
But it has the air conditioned enclosed garage.
Yeah, I'll
It's a
take that.
bonus.
Maybe that 14-year-old little best friend that you have to spend money
Yes,
on.
my
may
little
just-
broke best
The
friend.
broke besties like those spaces now.
Yeah.
They
Yeah. Oh,
do.
yeah. She would take it over.
Yeah, there you go.
She would take it over.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the show. We still have a couple minutes left. So, Jenn, let's talk about your clients out there. Who should call you?
Everybody should call me. No, I'm kidding.
No, for real. Why not?
Who should call me? So I'm looking for, I love to help clients relocate. I do a lot with relocation, clients that are moving from, other parts of the country. Here, I'm great with, neighborhoods.
Well, you're born and raised
community.
here.
Born and raised. So I'm a native. I know how to, kind of, help them get to where they need to be by asking a few questions.
You got kids in
I
school.
do love helping
You can-
first-time buyers too. I think they took a lot of patience.
Yep.
I'm working with one right now, and you have to have that patience, right, and that genuine love and caring and compassion,
Right.
to help guide them through transactions because they don't know anything. And I say, ask a million times, because if you have a question, I want you to call me, text me, send me a smoke signal. I want to answer that question for you.
Biggest transaction you your life. You should ask
Biggest
questions.
transaction. Absolutely. And sometimes they get nervous or they feel like that door isn't open for them to ask the question. So love helping first-time buyers.
Don't rely on ChatGPT.
Do not.
No.
Call Jen.
Do not rely on ChatGPT, you know? So, buyers, sellers, I love listings. I love it all.
I love it.
You know?
And I'm going to leave you guys with
I
this.
love my people.
Yes, and I know Jen does. Always be represented. That's what I'm going to leave you
yes.
with. The common misconception is that you don't need an agent and
Right.
that you have to pay them. Guys, that's not how that's working
That
in real
is
life.
not how it works. No.
Okay. So reach out to Jen.
Absolutely.
And hey,
reach
I
out
love
to
that you
Ksenia.
joined Mihara Associates. So welcome
Yes,
to the
I'm
team.
so excited to be
Yes, I think
here.
we're the best. So good
We
decision on your part.
absolutely are. Definitely time to elevate.
Yeah, you guys are phenomenal. And thank you both, Sen, for the stats. You made my day today. You vindicated once again. And Jen, great job on your first time on radio.
Thank you.
thanks so
you.
much
It
for
was
joining
so
us today.
fun. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, everybody. We will see you guys next week. Really quick, who's our guest next week, Sen? Let me see if I can find out.
One of the
first.
judges?
Is it one of the judges next week? Yes, next week we have Judge Liz Jack on the show. So stay tuned. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll see you next week.
Very cool.